Hello, once again, boys and girls, children of all ages. I am John Thomas, and welcome to another edition of the JT Project, where I interview local bands and bands who I find thrilling and catches my eyes. And this band, I have no idea. They just popped in on my For You page. I was like, let me give it a look. It's a young band, probably just started out. Capri. Oh my God. You want to talk about a band? This band hit me right from the jump, and they're here today. Capri, how are you guys doing?
We're doing really good.
I'm doing
Yeah.
awesome. I'm great.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. So, how did you guys come about?
So we started in about July of last year.
Okay.
Me and Juliana, we've been friends since what, 2022?
Yeah,
Um,
2022.
and I've known, yeah, we went to the same school of rock as each other. So
Oh, okay.
the band kind of formed around School of Rock. And then we met our drummer, Skylar. I met him in April. Me and Juliana were in the same show, seasonal show. It was Arena Rock, and I've never heard of Skylar's playing before, or I've never heard of him in general until that show. And he's an awesome drummer,
Mm-hmm.
complete monster on the kit. And then our other guitar player, Will, also went to School of Rock. And after a while, he left, but we all kind of stayed in contact with him. And he joined our band quite recently, actually, in like January or so. And then Ben, who is our new bass player, he just joined about a week ago. He's in another band called Rat Sauce, which
Okay.
is a punk band from the Bordentown area. And killer bass player, loves all the prog stuff that we love. So he definitely was the right fit for the band. But yeah, we started in July, and then we didn't play our first show until August of that same year, and then we've been kind of just doing stuff ever since.
So, you said something about School of Rock. Now, you're like the third band I interviewed that came from came from the School of Rock and all that. Uh, and they're all young band. I was like, when did you start getting into music and decided this is the field for you?
So, I started getting into music ever since I was like 4 years old. It's actually really funny. My father has a story of me singing a song when I was like four. He put it on the radio, and I just immediately picked up to it. And ever since then, I've been singing for like about 10 years by now. I joined School of Rock when I was seven. And so I started taking vocal lessons there, and I've done all their like shows, seasonal shows. Then I ended up joining house band in 2024. And so yeah, music has always been my passion. I absolutely love singing. I love performing for people. Um, and yeah, it's always been my dream to be like a singer for a band. So,
For me, I started out as a drummer when I was about two or three, just pots and pans, and then I didn't get my real drum kit until I was about five, and then I started guitar when I was about six. I didn't take it as seriously at first, but once it started to progress and I started to get better, then that's when I took it seriously. And then I joined School of Rock when I was about 14, 13, 14, in 2022. And then house band, I joined house band that same year, which was incredible because that program is really hard to get into. It's an audition process, and it's just really a really hard program to get into. And then ever since that, I've been taking music really seriously, and not until recently have I been starting to kind of like get into bands and stuff like that. So ever since I joined School of Rock, that was the like I wanted to form a band, so it's the perfect place to do that. So I'm really glad that I have that. But yeah, so
So with School of Rock, would you because I know you guys started with School of Rock. There's a band called Balefire that started from School of Rock, and also a band that I interviewed once from Ohio. They're from School of Rock and all that. Now, I just also found out my wife's youngest, he's like 6 or 7 years old, and he's in the School of Rock because his mother is more into theater, and her husband is more has a drum kit, has a recording studio and all that. So I think he's starting to get the bug a little bit, but he's been doing School of Rock. What instrument he's gonna pick up is beyond me and all that. So now what is your now with Capri? How did the name come about, and also what type of like uh influences that you have of the band?
So Juliana can explain this about the band name. It's actually a really funny story, but yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So, my middle name is Capri, and so I ended up deciding one day I kind of want that to be my stage name. So, my father ended up getting that trademarked for me, and then when we formed a band, we were trying to like think of band names, because I didn't really want it to be Capri at first. I wanted it to be like something else, but I didn't know what. And then we all just decided, you know what, let's just make it Capri. And so
Hmm,
that's how the band name
okay.
formed.
In terms of influences for the bands, we're very much like diverse. We're not like in terms of like going, and we're not like we don't pull from many different genres. You know,
Okay.
we're still in that sort of rock genre, but we take from metal music, we take from hard rock music, we take from progressive rock. Um, we don't have a set defined list of influences. You know, like we love Dio, Ozzy, Sabbath, all the classic rock stuff. We
Mhm.
also like King Crimson, Genesis, Yes, Pink Floyd, and then there's the metal stuff like Avenged Sevenfold, Metallica, Pantera, Trivium that we all
Hmm.
collectively like. So we share that commonality amongst each other. So that's what really brings up our influences in our music. So
Yeah, because when I heard the first single off your album of your EP, Controlling the Truth, and that's how I think you popped onto my For You page on Instagram with Bumblefoot.
oh yeah.
Now,
Oh, really?
with Bumblefoot, he popped on to my Instagram page. I was like, the band out of New Jersey. I was like, I'm from New Jersey. I interviewed a lot of bands from New Jersey. I was like, let me check this band out. And just by hearing Controlling the Truth, I was like, I was floored. I was like, it sounded more like when I went to my clubbing days to go into Hard Rock Cafe, Hard Rock Lemoy's, and the Starland, and Roseland, and all these other heavy metal clubs and all that. It gave off. Uh, Now with the video, excuse me for jumping all over the place. The video, how did the video come about? I heard that you guys did a video in a haunted house or something like that.
So so how that came about was I have this mutual friend named Brandon, and he's in Florence. We actually work, both of us work at the same summer camp as each other called Liberty Lake Day Camp. Awesome place. And he does the videography over there and stuff like that. But I got into contact with him saying, you know, we're looking to do a music video, and would you want to record it and edit it? And he's like, yeah, let's do it. And then we found this awesome place called White Hill Mansion, which I've known about for a long time, but
Hmm.
I've gone to, you know, at different times. But we found that place, and it was the perfect it had the perfect aesthetic for us for this
Oh,
music
yeah.
video. It was very,
Hmm.
you know, it was very
It was
basic,
very
but
creepy.
also it was very creepy, but it didn't do too much, but it also had that sort of like it gave off that aesthetic that we needed for this video. And we found the place, contacted the people over there and said, "Hey, can we film a music video over here?" And they said, "Go for it. You know, here's the place for what, 5 hours." And we got it done. So it turned out to be a really, really good video. We're all really proud of it, you know? So
It was a very fun process.
uh, did you shoot two music videos at the same time? Because I know that I went onto YouTube page and you have Controlling the Truth, which is there, and you had the sales of Karen by the Scorpions. Was it did you do the video the same day?
Yes,
Yes.
we did that the same day. Yeah. So
And just for knowledge, I was like, you did a cover of the Sales of Carry On by the Scorpions.
Mhm.
Now, of course, me being the nerd that I am, I ended up listening to your track and their track, and you guys were spot on with both sides of the music. I was like, they hit almost everything. The beginning is a little bit different, but I could see why.
yeah.
But the guitaring was awesome and all that. So now your EP. Now, how long did you guys have this in? I know you have a three song EP or four song. I
Four
forgot.
songs.
Or
Four
song.
songs, right? And you have the cover and all that. Now, with Controlling Truth, can you say? Can you find the meaning? Can you tell us what the meaning of the like the basis of the song was?
So to go ahead, Juliana, with that.
So controlling the truth is kind of like about it's about like it kind of like it sounds exactly like the title of the song, like controlling the truth. I guess like suppressing the
Mm-hmm.
truth.
Yeah. I mean, it's basically about um when me and Juliana collaborated on the lyrics. We had a lot of stuff happening at the time, a lot of drama and stuff like that, and a lot of stuff where
Mm-hmm.
people were kind of lying about who we are and our characters and stuff like that. And what we basically did was we wrote a song about that saying like, oh, F you to all those people, and you guys did this. And we were kind of like saying, oh, like we were saying that you guys did this and this is what you did wrong. So this is kind of like
Yeah.
our redemption for that. So
So, basically, people who are talking behind your back, basically.
exactly, yeah. And like
Yeah,
twisting
something like
things,
that.
like twisting a narrative
Like
and
you
causing
guys are doing
rumors.
something positive and they don't like it.
Yes. Yeah.
Now, all you guys are like still in high school, right?
Yep.
Or
Hmm.
yeah. So I grew up in I went to school in the 80s and all that, and you have people behind your back, talking behind your back and all that, but they're all nice and all friendly in front of you. But as soon as you turn your back, they start talking smack and whatever else. Um, so the next song is Colder. I was like, that has a good feel to it. I think the beginning of that song, I don't know if you ever heard of this kind of this band called Dream Theater.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
I've heard Dream Theater.
Yeah.
Yep.
And as soon as I heard the guitar part, I was like, that's Caught in a Web by Dream Theater.
Totally.
The beginning the guitar part. I'm like, oh, okay. And you had a little bit of Iron Maiden in it too, I think, and all that. So
Mhm.
what was Colder about? It was a spin-off of Controlling the Truth a little bit?
Um, Not really. I guess sort of. It's honestly, I wrote it about like an argument I got into. So and I was like really mad, and so I kind of like incorporated that into a song.
Ah, okay. That's good. Basically, without shooting anybody, you just write songs. It's a good idea and all that. So out of all the songs, this has got to be. I had to listen to this three times, and this song that you have, it's a ballad that turns heavy towards the tail end of it. Was what was it? I wrote it down. Oh, your soul. I was
Mhm.
like, I swear to God, I was like, it's got a ballad and all that. I was like, oh, let me see. They always these bands always throw one ballad into an album and all that. But when I heard this, I was like, okay. And then I had to put the headphones in. And I don't know what it is. It's like if you listen to it now off the speakers, it's totally different than when you put on the headphones. And I heard the headphones and the changeover and all that, awesome. So how did that come about?
So I had the whole song. I was writing the whole song like periodically. I think I started in April writing that song, and I brought it to Juliana. We were just hanging out one day, and I had an acoustic guitar lying around, so I tuned it to the tuning that we play in for that song, which is drop C sharp, and we started jamming out on it. I had this idea of making a song about like the good memories of like home. I'm really connected with my childhood home, and like I'm in a different place now, but like all those great memories of like just running around as a little kid, just being a little kid, like just having those great memories. And me and Juliana collaborated on the lyrics, and then we got Skylar and then everybody else onto it, and it just became what it is now. So we're all really proud of that track. It's a really good ballad. So
So, back to the School of Rock, I was like, what is it just basically, I mean, obviously you're gonna write your own music and all that. They teach you covers and all that because I looked at some of your videos on YouTube and most of the songs were all covers and all that. Is that what they teach you in the schools?
well, I mean, in School of Rock, we mainly do covers.
Yeah.
It's not like a school where we can write our own original material and like play it. I mean, we can play it there if we're in a different band, but like with School of Rock, it's strictly covers. No,
Yeah.
we can't, unless they have a workshop or something like that. But it's
Oh,
a
okay.
great place to form a band. I was in a band called Sheevan. We were a groove metal band, and it's still going strong today. And I met all of my members there. And
Oh,
then
okay.
once we have a couple people leave, I got to get or I got the opportunity to get more members from School of Rock. So it's a great resource to have to form bands and stuff like that. And then that will give you the ability to write music with them and then do what you want to do. So having that on the side really like kind of compensates with the lack of original
So
music.
it's basically like networking and all that. It's like finding a friend group like in school and all that.
Exactly, yeah.
Mhm.
It's a good way to kind of practice that networking, trying to figure out if people like the same music as you, if you want to work with this person, it's a good way to practice that. And it's a good way to get a glimpse of the industry too, because it's the same thing basically, just a little bit bigger and with different people, you know? So,
Yeah, I also was in a few bands that I met people from School of Rock, and my first ever band I actually met the people from School of Rock as well as my second band that I was in. So yeah, it's a great spot to like meet musicians, to form bands and find people with similar music tastes as you.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Um, so we were talking off air, and you guys had the privilege of going to was it Arizona to go to a workshop out there, and you met Bumblefoot, you met from Halford, Rob Halford, you met Alice Cooper. I was like, how is? I mean, you must have been on cloud nine, basically.
oh, yes.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
And
Um, yeah, I mean, we were all super excited about it. I mean, no words can describe first off, how thankful I am for that opportunity because it was, that's a once in a lifetime opportunity for sure. But, we were all just super excited about it. I mean, we got to hang out with a lot of musicians that we look up to, you know, and it was just like it was a nice, um, it was a nice sort of, it was just a nice experience overall. I mean, there's no words. I can't even think of the words to describe it. It was just a great experience overall. And like, I would do it again in a heartbeat for
I
sure.
honestly couldn't believe that I got to perform with Rob Halford on stage. Like, because I saw him back in when I was in eighth grade, and I remember Queensryche was opening for them, and it was just like I was in disbelief that I was on the same exact stage as Rob Halford performing with him. It was just I'm very thankful I got the opportunity, and I'm very thankful I met all the other musicians too. It was just
So,
such an amazing thing.
Connor, how did that come about on Bumblefoot doing a promo for you guys? How did that come about? That's how I found out about you guys.
We just made the connection, and got his contact information and stuff like that, and we became friends, and we kind of talked every once in a while, and then he just kind of offered and said, if you want to do this, that or if you want me to do this, then yeah, sure. And he was like, he's been helping us along the way with trying to get us like shows and stuff like that. He's been a really valuable resource to us, and I can't thank him enough. Like the dude's been a really, really nice dude to me and to everybody else. And he's even my guitar teacher. So like I have the privilege of uh doing guitar lessons with him every single week. And it's just it's so awesome just to be able to do that. So, you know,
So, with this workshop, how long were you out there for?
four
About
days.
Yeah,
40?
four
Wow.
days. Yeah.
Okay.
So
So did mom and dad flip the bill or was it on your dime?
oh it was mom and dad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It was an
If it's something
insane
that
amount
you
of money.
wanted to, if they see that it's going to help you guys, then I would my son would be the same way and
Yeah.
all that. He's studying to be a like a physical therapist. I was like, if that's what you want to do, go for it. I don't, here's the money, whatever. Me and my ex-wife, we're flipping the bill and all that. I'm a little bit probably better off than her, but we won't get into that. Um, but I'm like, you're a young and upcoming band and all that, and you played. I think you played the Stone Pony.
Yep.
Yes, we did.
I never been to the Stone Pony, but how's I've been down the block from the Stone Pony. How is it playing on that stage?
Oh, it was.
I love it. I love the
Yeah.
stage. And we also had like a decent amount of people there, and it was just a really fun place to perform. There was a lot of space.
Oh, all right.
It's definitely better, you know, it's definitely one of those like sort of, oh, we'll do it sometimes, like getting shows there is a little bit difficult, but it's always a great experience. And I've had the privilege of playing there now four times with
Wow.
different bands. I played there when I was 7. That was my
Wow.
first time playing there, and it was, I was hooked instantly to that venue. I mean, I've always, every single time I get the opportunity to play there, I always go for it, no matter what type of show it is. So.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. So, like, what do you have in what's the future for Capri? Are you looking at getting out more and all that? I know you're fairly new. I was like, are you ready to play like Dingbats and Debenham Music Hall and possibly Starland? You never know.
Well, in fact, we have shows lined up we haven't announced yet. We have one of them being the Lannis Theater, which is in Vineland. It's a very really, really like big stage. I've always wanted to play there since about 2024. And it's just, I've it's such a great venue. But we're working on getting some shows at Dingbats, Sweeney's, stuff like that. So we're kind of in talks with the people over there, and we work with this great promoter named Elena Brocus, who gives us
Right.
shows periodically, and you know, we have a lot of stuff with her coming up, so it should
hmm
be really fun.
So, like what now? Here's the thing. What type of Jersey bands are you looking up to that you want to tour with or want to play with?
Um, Jersey bands, that's a difficult because
Yeah.
you know the thing with Jersey is that, and like I've been in the primarily the metal scene for a very, very long time. And it's way more of an established, at least I find it's way more established. With hard rock like Capri, there are definitely some limitations with that because
Yeah.
um, what's so interesting is that hard rock bands in the scenes are kind of sporadically out there in
Yeah.
pockets. in Jersey and not like a big, huge like mass like the hard like the metal scene. So it's a little bit difficult to kind of figure out, oh, who do we want to tour with? Because we've yet to play with the bands that are similar to us, but we have shows lined up with them. But if it were to be somebody who is big, Bon Jovi, because he's honestly a really cool guy, and we all collectively like Bon Jovi to an extent, but
Oh yeah.
some other Jersey bands, whatever Zach Wild's doing, because Zach Wild is an awesome guitar player. Definitely, he has an influence over our playing for sure.
Yeah.
So,
No, the only reason why I said that is because with all the interviews they do with Jersey bands and all that, I've come across from a lot of Jersey bands, and I'm like in contact. I mean, I got the personal numbers and all that, and there's a couple of bands that I would pair you guys up with that might wind up being in your genre, I would say. There's a band called there's like bands out there called Reality Suite that was one of the few bands that I even one of the earliest bands I even interviewed, and they're very like they're heavy but yet mellow, like kind of like what you play, but they could be heavy if they wanted to and all that. I've seen them several times. Other band, I mean, there's Rawway. Rawway is like a band that just blew up. They played the Viper Room. They played the Rainbow Bar and Grill out in Los Angeles. They played Vegas. There's bands that I interviewed that like even overseas bands is like ridiculous, and I'm trying to get them over here, and they're like, we don't have the money to do that or anything like that. So, what would be uh the the one place that you want to tour? Like what location? Like what area of the United States at least?
um,
Ooh.
we're all so. What's so interesting is that me and Juliana have toured before with School of Rock, so
Yeah.
we have a kind of sense of like, oh, what are some good places to play at? But I think we would definitely do East Coast. Maybe go down to Florida for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But
Florida's a good scene.
I have a couple bucket list venues that I would love to play at. One of them being Starlands for sure. I had
It's also
the
on my
privilege of
yeah.
playing at that venue. Same thing with Juliana with School of Rock. So, and that was an awesome show. But to get to play there with an original band of your own is a completely
Mm-hmm.
different feeling, and I would love to experience that. But besides that, um, places in New York for sure.
Oh yeah, I was
I
just
mean,
about to say that actually.
tons of places, nothing like Madison Square Garden or anything like that, but like maybe, the Paramount or something like that. I don't know, but
Mm-hmm.
like, places in New York. Oh, you know what? The Fillmore in Philly.
Okay.
That would be an
I
awesome place to play at. That I love that venue.
that's like
So,
a premier. I know a couple bands that played the Fillmore and it's ridiculous and all that. Um, I mean, I've seen bands and I was like, yeah, these bands, they're okay and all that. All of a sudden, I was like, I interviewed this band and they're already signing record deals. I'm like, are you kidding me with DI Productions and all these other companies and all that, Pavement Records and all that? So my question would be this, and Connor, you answer this a little bit. If you had to choose, if you had to open up for one band, past or present, I, it could be anybody. Who would it be?
uh,
It could be anybody, and you could say more than one if you want.
ooh, uh,
This is a difficult question. Ooh.
yeah. Do you want? Okay,
For
I'll
me,
I'll
it's like
go with what I would love. What I would love to do.
okay.
So personally, and this is completely out of genre, but my three favorite bands that I would love to open, actually four, sorry. My four favorite bands that I would love to open for at least once. And they're out, and this is out of the picture. This probably wouldn't happen because we're just two completely different bands. Machine Head,
Mm,
Slipknot,
okay.
Gojira, and Mastodon. Those four bands. They've inspired me so much with my writing, um, especially Machine Head. I had the privilege to meet Phil Demmel, and we've interacted ever since. And it's just like he's a great guy, but like to be able to open for bands like that, that would be awesome. I would love to do that. I don't know about Juliana, but like, that's my bands I want to open for. So
So for me, this is like such a difficult question because I listen to so many different artists.
Right.
If we're going to the past, I would say Alice in Chains because I absolutely love Alice in Chains. It's one of my favorite
Okay.
artists. Um, Led Zeppelin because they're an awesome band. One of my
Zeppelin.
influences. Dio because he's also been one of my major influences growing up. And you know what? Deep Purple
Oh, okay.
because they've also been like one of my big influences as I grew up with my music taste. And Dio and Deep Purple were artists that my father introduced me to. So,
Then you got that connection with Rainbow in there. So
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Um, okay, so well, I'll answer this right off this question. What song or band or whatever that no one in the world would be your like you would listen to and no one thought that you would listen to? Like,
um Juliana, if you want to go, I gotta think about this for a second.
you're putting me
So
first, okay?
I went first last time, but I gotta think about this for a second. Um, that's a hard
Wait,
question.
could you elaborate the question again?
I would say that okay, you're like from the heavy like the hard rock heavy metal. I was like, if you liked like poppy like R&B stuff or country music, or if you were like a Johnny Cash fan, but they never your friends would never think that you like Johnny Cash or anything like that. Like an artist like that. Like for instance, I like on the I'm more of a heavy metal and all that. I'll listen to anything at least like that, and I'll stay away from like today's rap or whatever. But I like my rap back in the day. But I also like I'll listen to a Debbie Gibson. I'll listen to a Tiffany. But they're like, you listen to that? I was like, yeah, I would listen to that. Like something like
Oh,
that.
oh,
So
Like you're like your guilty pleasure, I would say.
yeah.
honestly,
So
oh,
I'm into,
Juliana, go.
oh, sorry.
No, you go, you go, you go.
Okay. I'm into basically anything. Like I
Hmm.
like a lot of music. And I've always been like that. Like I've listened to like Lady Gaga, I've listened to rap artists, I've listened to like so much music, R&B. Like, hey, I can even get into jazz if I really wanted to. I don't like country, however, at all. I do
Oh,
not
okay.
like country. I could never get into it. However, I mean, never mind. But any other music genre I can mainly withstand. I've had so many music phases, so it's just been like a bunch of developing with my music taste. But yeah, I'm into like basically anything.
Oh, okay. I gotcha.
So for me, I'm the complete opposite, and I listen to only rock, only metal, just because I'm not really interested. I might listen to jazz here and there because I do play jazz in my jazz band over in school, but like I don't, go out of my way to listen to like pop or something like that. If it's on like the radio with like a bunch of friends in the car, then I'm like, okay, that's fine. But a
Right.
guilty pleasure band, there's a couple. Right now, I would say King Crimson. I've
Okay.
been really getting into a lot of King Crimson. I love that first record, top notch, top notch. Um, the second one is Opeth.
Hmm.
I've been kind of getting into them lately, not so much as like King Crimson, but like I've been listening to a little bit of Deliverance lately, and it's a good record. And then maybe my most guilty pleasure band would be Primus. Primus for sure. I mean,
Primus.
I don't. That's like I like their hits. Like Jerry was a race car driver, Tommy the Cat, John the Fisherman. But I find the vocals like I find Les Claypool to be one of the best bass players around. Period.
I never could
Um,
get, I never really listened to, I mean, I listened to all of their songs and all that, but I was never like a Primus, like if Primus came on for oh, listen to this album, I was like, I would pass on it.
yeah, I mean, I won't go like Primus is like for me, they're very much like I listen to the hits. Like I don't listen to like the deep cuts that much anymore.
Oh,
I
okay.
like, I'm more so like, okay, I can listen to, like I said, John the Fisherman or Jerry is a race car driver. Like I can listen to that stuff and enjoy it, but I won't go out of
Hmm.
my way to say like, oh, let's play like I'll put on DMV. Like I won't do
Right.
that. Like I won't go out of my way and do that. But Primus is definitely a cool band and like they have uh a really interesting sound to them and a very interesting fan base for sure.
Hmm.
And what's interesting, and Ben, our bass player, actually showed me this. A lot of that Les Claypool stuff is inspired, at least I think, or we all think it is, because it does sound like this. A lot of that Les Claypool stuff that he does on the bass and stuff like that, that stuff is inspired by Tony Levin, by King Crimson. I'm like, I didn't even think about that until just now. It does sound like that. So
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So it's kind of
Actually,
like a, collage of of influences there, but definitely like Primus is probably my guilty pleasure bands for sure.
Wow.
actually, I also have a few guilty pleasure artists. So there's a song called This Love by Maroon 5. I also like the Pantera This Love. But I love that song. I actually kind of want to do like a cover of it, like just for myself because I love listening to that song. And then another artist that I really like listening to that a lot of people probably wouldn't expect is Jeff Buckley. But it's only on occasions. It's like not all the time. But I do like a few songs from him. Um,
Hmm.
and I have like a lot of other artists I listen to that like a lot of people wouldn't really expect me to listen to, I guess. But those are like two artists that are kind of like my guilty pleasure in a way.
Wow. That should be another question I have. What's your guilty pleasure and all that? Um, so I know that you're a high school student, so I was like, now I always ask this because I'm a big advocate of this. Coffee or tea?
Coffee. Coffee.
Ah, okay, all right.
I
It's
mean,
like,
I could have a coffee, like a iced coffee here and there, but tea, I drink iced tea. Like I was actually before this interview, I was gonna go grab a cup of like iced tea with some
oh,
I,
ice,
iced tea.
you know,
some
I'm
nice
not
Now,
sweet
surprised.
water,
I'm not surprised.
but I love hot tea. I'm Irish, so that is kind of inherited that. So,
yeah,
my love for tea is
my mother was a teetotaler. I'm the only one in the family that drinks coffee.
really.
Everybody else drinks tea and all that.
It's actually really funny because my mother does not like coffee at all, but my father loves it. I personally, and it's funny because I'm a singer, so usually like tea is very important for the voice. But
Right, yeah, yeah.
I love coffee. Like I like Starbucks, I like Dunkin', all those places, like Wawa. I love getting iced coffee especially. Like I always need like creamer in it. I don't like straight up black coffee though. It's just too bitter.
Yeah, with me it was like I'm a Dunkin' person. To say I love coffee is an understatement because I have 81 coffee mugs.
Oh my gosh.
I have 81 coffee mugs. I can go almost I do another podcast with another friend of mine that lives down in North Carolina. He's one of the frontmen of a band. He's been playing for like 20 years. He's like younger than me, but called Splinter Reality Nerd Metal. They call it Nerd Metal. Ask me why, I don't know. He said that you can probably have a coffee mug every day and not repeat it for the the first for like 3 or 4 months or easily. I was like, yeah, you're basically right and all that. I basically just kicked my wife out. My wife has a little shelf. I have like the whole entire kitchen is all my coffee mugs, basically, and all that. So, where can they find you guys? Like, what
So
social media sites?
we got Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. We are working on our website right now.
YouTube.
Um, in terms of music wise,
Yeah,
definitely Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music, YouTube Music, and everything in between. We're gonna set up a band camp soon, so we're in the process of doing that as well. So yeah, so everywhere you typically get your music, we're there.
Yep, any of those streaming platforms.
any streaming platform. That's awesome and all that. And I don't know if I have you on TikTok. I subscribe to every other thing that you had, every platform that you have on and all that. I followed you on Spotify and all these other companies. But I like to thank you guys for coming on, Connor, Juliana. Just praying. What is in the process? Are you going to be touring more? Are you going to be writing more? What's going on for you guys?
We're just practicing as much as we possibly can.
Hmm.
We're writing as much as we possibly can, and we're doing shows here and there. We are still in high school, but I think towards the next summer, we're gonna do like a
Next
mini
song.
tour or something like that.
Oh
There's an
yeah.
idea floating around about maybe possibly doing that. Who knows? So it's kind of we're just kind of grinding away at practicing and stuff like that, and writing as much as we possibly can. So
Yeah, we're definitely gonna make more music moving
yes,
forward.
That is
Oh,
awesome.
also one more thing. We do have a
Yeah.
website and it's called CapriRocks.com.
Okay. So all the links will be down in the show notes down below when this podcast gets released and all that. Also, check them out on the. I have a Patreon. I was like, go like that. Um, Juliana, Kana, I like to thank you guys. Young up and coming band and all that. And hopefully, I get to see you guys soon.
yeah. Thank you so much, man.
Thank you so much,
No
seriously.
problem. And like I always say, people come get me through P. I am done. Bye bye now.
See ya.
Bye bye.
All right.